Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Review. Crazy excited for today's beer. It's actually a top five want for me. It's courtesy of the guys from Nerdsense, so make sure you check them out. We've done collaboration videos. We actually filmed some stuff that'll be released at some point, or maybe has already been released, depending on when stuff gets released. But anyway, so top five want is 10 Fidy, which I love that beer. Yesterday I did the base beer with some age on it. And I really like the barrel age version. This is the barrel age version that also has coffee in it, so it's the Java version. The coffee comes from Hotbox Roasters. Um, and I will not spend too much time about how much I hate the size of this can. I wish it was a 12-ounce can. I love that the regular comes in 12 ounces. And the ABV on this one is 12.9%. So the regular is 10.5, hence 1050. So the barrel seems to the barrel seemed to have been fairly wet, and they pulled some alcohol from them, I'd assume. Canned 1030, 2017, so it is about 9 months old. Yeah, 9 months old. Hot, black, strong, just like my wife. Good thing she doesn't watch these videos. All right, let's get into it. I'm so excited. Now, if you didn't watch my base beer I did yesterday, got quite a bit ahead, and looks like today is no exception either. Yeah, I had about, if I remember correctly, about 3 fingers ahead. This looks a little darker in terms of the head. The bubbles are tiny; they're starting to break up, kind of like soda, but not quite as like fizzy popping. The beer is very dark, tiny bit of brown at the bottom, but yeah, it's 1050. I mean, it's motor oil. It's dark. Definitely looks the part as the bubbles are breaking up. We do see some stuff like that. Looks the part. Let's get into the aroma. And I'm hoping there's a decent amount of coffee still for it being, 9 months old. I get a lot of vanilla actually. I get a lot of that barrel. I get some roast. Get the oak itself. I get the spirit. I get that vanilla from the barrel and the spirit. Again, there is roast. Excuse me. I'm not getting over not like knocked out coffee though. See that was like wow, like pure bourbon. That was awesome. And as it's going down, we get a little bit more. It almost has it doesn't smell like cinnamon, but it has like if you ever bought graham crackers that don't have the cinnamon on top, kind of smells like that. Not quite like it's not full on s'mores, but it does have that chocolate quality as well. I don't get any. Well, I guess with the vanilla, a little bit of that marshmallow, but it's not sweet enough aroma for that. There's some coffee. Okay, so yeah, I felt like getting the coffee note. Let's see about the taste. Cheers. There's still a good amount of coffee. It's certainly not overpowering. Definitely adds to the beer. It plays so nicely with the barrel. Wow. And it's funny that I mentioned the marshmallow because now I do get a little bit of that in the taste. That vanilla, there is some sweetness from the malt, and then the bourbon itself is adding. Wow, yeah, it does have a little bit of marshmallow quality. From what I can remember, this is actually hiding the alcohol better than the regular 1050 I had. Not that that had a lot of alcohol coming through. Oh, actually, okay, in the finish, I'm getting some of that dryness from the alcohol. A lot of dark chocolate in the finish. The berry note was stronger in the aged base that I had. Although there is some of that in there. The dark chocolate, but again, there's this added sweetness. So it approaches milk chocolate. Probably actually it's somewhere in the middle, like, and I've used this before, kind of like the Hershey's special dark chocolate, where it's not like the snobby free trade or fair trade kind of 90% cacao chocolate, dark chocolate, but it is like dark chocolate, but it's very sweet, for the American palate. It's kind of like that. That barrel works so awesome with this beer. Like I love that straight. The addition of coffee, a little bit of extra roast, it's almost kind of like helping the base come through with that roast because I think the barrel kind of fights that roast a little bit. So that coffee addition is wonderful. It'd be really cool to try this beer super fresh and see how much more coffee comes through. At this point, if I did this blind, I mean, definitely could tell it's a stout, not a porter, right? I can definitely taste enough of the bourbon, the spirit, the actual barrel, the oak. So I'd be able to, I'm pretty sure, say it was barrel aged. I don't know if I'd pick out coffee. I think I would just say it's a very roasty stout. So that coffee is totally coming through as a roast, not quite the full-on coffee. And I think that roast is playing nicely with the dark malts and that chocolate, all that kind of stuff. Like it's just such a cohesive beer. It's amazing. Like, this beer is phenomenal. Um, as I said at the beginning, it was a top five want for me. And then you get that, no hype beer reviews, but you get that hype up in your head, like, is it going to live up to what I built this up to? Yeah, I mean, I would like a little bit more coffee, but again, at 9 months, I can't really fault the beer for that because it might have been very coffee forward at the beginning. What is left of the coffee, as I said, is really helping accentuate what flavors are there. It totally works. This is not a mismatch. All these flavors meld together beautifully. Yeah, it's an awesome beer. I'm so glad, again, I got it from them. And that vanilla in here makes me even more excited, which I was already excited, to do the Java vanilla one. That my plan is to do it tomorrow if I have time. Because, again, giant format. I got like plan a day around drinking it. So thanks again, guys at Nerdsense. And seriously, check them out. They're awesome. And check me out on Instagram and Untapped. No hype beer reviews at both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.